These are the most dangerous hoods in Jamaica, and life inside here means living with contract killers, kidnappers, and gang members. Places where shootouts and killings happen every 24 hours. It's so dangerous that not even the police can save you, as gangs have complete control over their territory. To make things worse, no one will talk to the police because if you're caught, you die.
You understand? Anybody go against that? Gunshot.
Kingston is arguably the most dangerous city in the Caribbean, and tourists stick out like a sore thumb, so wandering into the wrong neighborhood can result in death. Because the criminals here don't care if you're a tourist or not. It's even been reported that Jamaica has one of the highest murder rates in the world. It's these districts where Jamaica's poor are forced to live and where the world's most ruthless gangs rule. The gangs in these parts of town are always armed, dealing drugs, and completing contract killings, where local informants round up lists of people that need to be taken care of throughout the city. On a daily basis, they rob and steal money, trying to make money in any way possible. For some single mothers, there is only one way to make a living: prostitution. Even those working the streets or innocent bystanders pay a price. The criminals make their money with contract killings, extortion, and kidnapping. What rules here is primarily unemployment, miserable living conditions, and desperation. The scary part is that betraying the gangs will only get you closer to death. If you ask criminals, they say despite doing the wrong things like shooting drugs or robbing people, they turn it into something good for their community, making sure their kids have an education, food on the table, and without the drug money, they can't take care of their people. One of the most notorious no-go zones in Jamaica is Tivoli Gardens, a neighborhood in the capital city of Kingston. In 2010, the neighborhood made international headlines when the Jamaican government declared a state of emergency in response to a series of violent clashes between security forces and gangs in the area. What was an attempt to extract drug lord Dudas coke became what is now known by Jamaicans as a massacre. It's alleged that by the time the forces invaded the community, they already knew Dudas was no longer in the neighborhood, and yet they proceeded with the operation. Within 3 days, over 70 Jamaicans were murdered by the onslaught, and it's said that the number of deaths are wildly undercounted, and the people killed had no affiliation with the drug lord except that they lived in the same community. But despite all the bad areas in Jamaica, there are still a lot of great things to see and a lot of great people to meet. Seeing where Bob Marley grew up, meeting the Rastafarians, and getting to swim in some of the best beaches in the Caribbean is what Jamaica is all about. Just don't risk your life visiting the no-go zones of Jamaica.